I have a question that I've been trying to figure out myself. Everyone is always focused on growing on Instagram. The faster, the better for most people. But that might be hence why so many people are chasing to go viral and considering, unfortunately, buying followers. How do you feel about the idea of growing fast on Instagram?
I think it's something that we all think is what we want and what's going to get us what we want. And it's just going to be that like almost like instant gratification. And although that's really nice in theory, oftentimes it brings this idea of like quantity versus quality of followers, of the people who are like actually invested in you. And so I think to me, it's like, sure, it's great. And I had like a few months of like quick growth and things like happening for Sunny Social when, back in the day when reels were new and things like that. And like that was great. And it was exciting. But I found even that the people who were following me from like vlogs and things that were more personal to me were much more quality versus these really viral pieces of content. And although it was nice, right, in theory, it wasn't sustainable. And it wasn't something that I felt like I could chase, right? And you shouldn't chase because you will always be disappointed. Every single time you post, if you have this expectation of it needs to go viral, everyone needs to see it, everyone needs to follow me, why isn't this working? You're constantly going to be disappointed. You're constantly going to be outsourcing your worth of your content to all these people in this like void. And so rather than trying to speak to everyone, speak to your audience, speak to the people you actually want to attract, get to know them, think through who you're speaking to. And so when you're posting with intention rather than posting to go viral. You're posting to go viral. No wonder you hate Instagram, right? Like, because that is a hard game to keep up with. Social media is a long game. If you're trying to play it quick, you are going to be disappointed every time. And that's all I have to say on that.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. When it comes to like really coming to reality with yourself here of like, okay, it's okay that we all want growth. It's great to have goals and to desire to be able to reach more people. But we have to remember that in order to have sustainable growth, we have to be able to keep up with how much we're showing up, connect with our people, and make sure they're the right people. Like you said, Hannah, I myself had moments of fast growth a couple years ago, like when reels were really taking off. And there were weeks where it was growing like 10,000 followers. And it's from a couple viral reels. And that was great. That was exciting. Even though they were within my niche, those reels, and like within my topics that I talk about and want to be known for, there still were a handful of people that really weren't my target audience. And so that engagement in the long run went down a little bit, and you have to kind of build it back up. Like, it's not bad to have fast growth, but you have to understand that even fast growth means that you have to stick with it throughout, not like, hey, great, I grew, I'm done, I don't have to work anymore. I sometimes feel like I'm working harder now than I was then. It's ebbs and flows when it comes to the speed of growth and how we grow and what type of content gives us the most growth.
And I think also when you have these spurts of quick growth and virality, it also sets the expectation there where then you're like, oh, I felt how it is to grow. And I've had this little peak, and now it's like it like almost creates even more of this like pressure and anxiety to be like,
Yeah.
and now I need to keep doing it. And what worked? And okay, now I've had this like taste of this. And so now I need to duplicate that over and over and over. And like what Megan was saying, oftentimes you hit a crash, it stops growing, and then it's like, what do I do now? Instagram changes, Instagram evolves. Like we were saying, reels were when they were new, that helped a lot of us grow. It allowed us to grow really quickly. It's different now, right? And so it's like, how do I keep up? How do I grow? What do I do? I want that feeling again. And again, that creates this scarcity, this stressed like feeling when you are showing up on Instagram, which is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. We end up chasing that viral moment that we once had, and we get stuck in that and want to relive it, as you're saying, Hannah. And just, I don't feel like sometimes we make the best choices when we're in that moment, but hopefully some of our strategies and tips that we're going to share with you guys to get past that and make sure that you are doing the right thing in regards to growing on Instagram.